So I got the opportunity to visit Wim Hans. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing good. I am Gurleen Kaur, an undergraduate student at the University of Delhi studying psychology, and this video is about my visit to Wim Hans. If you're not already aware, Wim Hans is a mental health institution located in New Delhi. To be more specific, the nearest metro station is Lajpat Nagar, and it is located really close to the PGDAV College of Delhi University. That is a major landmark there. So one of our faculty at my college was very kind to us, and they agreed to take us to a visit to Wim Hans. So in the first week of March, we visited the institute. Wim Hans is one of the most popular mental health institutions of the country. It is present in Delhi, I think. There is a Wim Hans hospital, and then there's also Wim Hans Nayati. We visited the Wim Hans Nayati because that is the sort of, I would say, a focused hospital for mental health related issues. So I'll just explain my experience there. When we went there, I went there with my classmates. There were about 15 of us. When we reached there, the first thing we did was we were taken to like sort of a classroom, a learning center, and the guide for the day, she is a practicing clinical psychologist at Wim Hans only. She gave us the tour of the whole hospital, and when we arrived at the learning center, it was sort of like a classroom, like that was the approximate size of it, and she told us about she asked us about our expectations from the visit and what all do we aim to see, and then she broke down a few sort of knowledge points about what mental health is, what rehabilitation is. So all that aside, when the tour actually started, we were taken to the ground floor. I think the whole hospital is majorly on the ground floor. Only some departments are like on the first floor or on the second floor. The first area we visited was the waiting area, and let me tell you, it was so appealing and comforting almost. You'll see it in the pictures. There was this very colorful area. It was like a closed area, of course, and there were kiosks for every patient or caregiver who comes in. So there was like a monitor attached to every kiosk so that the patient or the caregiver, whenever they're in the waiting area, they don't get anxious or they don't sort of get bored. And the monitor had all sorts of entertainment, board, like the online version of board games. There was access to internet, so that again, to provide comfort. All over the room there were also a lot of books and posters present to again let go of the sort of feeling we hold back, that oh, I'm in a mental hospital and all that. So that feeling was completely meddled down by that sort of positive atmosphere. The waiting area also had products for us to buy, like products for anybody to buy. There were firstly plants for sale outside the waiting area. That was also very cute and very aesthetic also. Then the products I was talking about, I think the products were created by patients at Wim Hans. So people who are not able to, live outside in the society, they by buying those products, we can actually support them. So there were notebooks, there were diaries, there were tote bags, there were even bakery items such as muffins, breads, and I think there were jams and pickles also, which is great. After the waiting area, we went to the psychiatrist's office. So the guide told us that whenever like a new patient comes in, they are usually taken to the psychiatrist first to determine what kind of problem there is, what kind of problem seems to be there, what is the discomfort like, what are the symptoms like. So the first point of contact with the mental health professional is a psychiatrist. After the waiting area and the psychiatrist's office, we were taken to like a lecture hall sort of. Uh, Wim Hans also holds many internships for undergraduate, postgraduate, and sort of diploma students. If you are interested, you can just drop a comment and I'll leave the details below. After, so we were taken to the lecture hall again. It was like 4 rows, 4 or 8 rows of seats, four on each side, and there was like a projector. They told us that in internships they actually present like real life case studies of what the symptoms were like, what the diagnosis was. We also visited like a studio. So Wim Hans has a YouTube channel, so a lot of the videos are shot there, and they also told us about whenever they want to sort of model what happens in a therapy session for their interns or for online lectures or for any online courses they might hold, they use that studio. Again, it was a very sort of cohesive studio. There was soundproofing everywhere, there was a green screen, and just like opposite to that studio there was a whole sort of living area, which is, like the guide told, it was used to sort of model the behavior. So if in any lecture they wish to show that let's say OCD patients do these typical behaviors or have these symptoms, they're not able to sleep properly, just giving examples. So there was a bed, and if they wanted to model what a depressive episode might look like, so there was like a whole household setup there. After the recording studio, in the basement itself, there was like a sensory room. Patients who are admitted to the hospital can visit the sensory room as per the directions of the mental health professional. There was a lot of music, there were a lot of books, a lot of magazines. Again, catered to the needs. There were no sort of triggering magazines or books. After that, we visited sort of like an activity room. There was a table tennis table. There was chess. I think there was table football. There was a craft center. Most importantly, wherein like patients could do draw if they want, or even art therapy sessions were conducted there, as we were told. And all over the walls there were a lot of artworks pinned up. Most of them were complete, some of them weren't. So we also asked that why would you put up incomplete artworks, and the guide said that it just shows a process of what the patients go through, so why not. And whenever patients are there, incomplete artworks also sort of give the patients comfort that your art does not have to be complete for it to be meaningful. And I just found that very nice, so I wanted to share that. So that was a very uplifting room. Right after the basement, we were taken to firstly the caregivers area. So there was like an area and room specific to the caregivers, so that they could have a chat. Like, let's say there's patient A and they have a caregiver, which is their family or any other friend, and there's this patient B who has their caregiver. So a group of caregivers can actually connect and find togetherness, that they are all in this together and that their patients would hopefully improve in their symptoms. And it could just be a very connected experience, so I really like that as well. There was a waiting area in the caregivers area also, and then there was a place where the mental health professional conducted workshops with caregivers of a patient, let's say. So I also found that pretty interesting, because I did not know that hospitals actually had that. That's actually very considerate for the caregivers also, because taking care of a patient is the job of a mental health professional, like a counselor, psychiatrist, or psychologist, but the caregivers have to pitch in. And I think it is very important for them to also take care of their mental health. After that, we visited like the area where patients are admitted, so like the actual rooms. Now these rooms are for patients who have more severe illnesses, like these rooms could also be used if a patient is brought into the hospital against their own will. So they were means for restraining. There were a lot of guards in this area, and the whole like admission of patients area, that was like locked. I think there were two doors. So no sort of mishappenings could occur. Uh, After seeing the patient rooms, we were taken to the youth psychology department, which is basically the one for children. And that was the most colorful sort of area of all, because, of course, children find colors appealing and comforting. So, all of the area was literally covered in colors. Even we were able to see one of the psychologist's offices also, and even that was covered with colors and paints on the wall. There were artworks of children hanging. So again, it could be a very comforting place for any child who comes to the hospital. After that, we took a short refreshment break. We were served coffee, tea, and burgers. And after that, right after that, we visited the adult psychology department. That was The layout was almost similar to the children one, but of course it was less colors and the paints were a bit neutral. The walls were comparatively empty, and otherwise all of it was pretty same. After that, we were taken back to the classroom which we first entered when we sort of entered the hospital, and we did an art session. It was like sort of a relaxation session wherein we were asked to draw squiggles on a blank sheet of paper using any sort of medium of colors, and then we were asked to color the squiggles, and there was music playing in the background. And then after we were done, we felt so relaxed and like calm. One reason being, of course, art helps you do that. Art has that very amazing feature. And second reason being, there was this amazing calming music which the guide played in the background, and that was just amazing. And it felt so calm and easy after that, because it was not easy seeing what patients see. Again, for me, it was a bit overwhelming seeing the whole hospital, seeing the whole setup, seeing actual patients waiting for their sessions. Their caregivers were also with them, and some of them looked fine, some of them looked happy, some of them looked pretty down, and it was not like a very positive experience. But I would say that I learned a lot from the visit, and I think my fellow visitors would also say the same. So I would recommend that if you ever get the chance to visit any mental health institution, not just Wimhans, please do not let go of the opportunity. If you have the money, if you have the ways, if you live in that city, please visit a mental health institution. And I think after the visit, you will be more clear about, oh, do I want to go in neuropsychology? Do I want to really want to be a clinical psychology? Do I want to take the counseling line? So again, that also gives you a lot of clarity on your career front, not just on what actually happens in a mental health hospital. So I would say the experience was definitely nice. It was a bit overwhelming, like I shared before, but again, the art sort of workshop really helped me calm my nerves. And after that, we just went our own ways, and I think that was all for my experience. If you're interested, I also have an Instagram page where I share all of my learnings or any workshops I attend. It is at Gulleen Speaks, and I will also link the links down below. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more such videos in the future. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.